Good evening. My name is Cecilia Saint King, and I am known as the Inner Peace Troubadour. And I am honored to be here as part of the Convergence goal of peace by 2030. I've been traveling the country for about 20 years doing concerts for peace, so I am so in alignment with that goal. And I'm really excited to be here right now because I know on the other side of this camera are hundreds, if not thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of change makers and light workers and people who are born for this time. We have come here to be the change that we wish to see in the world. And I am really touched by the amazing work that we are seeing out there. I know we're kind of going through a really difficult time right now. It's hard to believe with the COVID and Black Lives Matter and our economic situations and our environmental catastrophes and our illustrious leader. I want to thank him personally because he has offered us all a big wake-up call, right? We're all like seeing what we don't want. So we know what we do want, and we want peace on earth. This day of 9/11 is really special to me. I had the profound experience of being one of those people running from the falling towers of the World Trade Center on that fateful day of 9/11. I came out of the building that I was in at 9:05 a.m. and I saw the first building on fire, and almost immediately the second building exploded. And I, like everyone in the street, I turned and I started to run away from the towers. And then I remembered my sister. She worked just a block away. So I turned and I ran through the crowd, through the pushing and the shoving and the screaming and the glass shattering from the buildings high above me. When I got to her building, she was uptown. As is my nature, I tend to run to the roar of the lion. So I hit the street and I ran toward the World Trade Center. And as I stood there in the streets, I watched as not one, not two, not three, not four. I lost count of how many people made the choice to run from fire and leap into spirit. As I stood there in the streets, I remember crying, "Where are the firefighters? Where are the firefighters?" I found out days later when my own cousin, Michael Carroll of Ladder Company number 13, when he showed up missing. He never did come home. There was an unprecedented peace in the city in the days that followed. There were no horns blaring, there was no sirens. No shouting, there wasn't even any music playing. It was as if the city was holding a silent vigil for itself. I believe where there is music, there can be no harm. So I took to the streets to sing. I went down to the Javits Center where thousands were gathering to go down to Ground Zero. I went to where the firefighters were and the construction workers were taking a break. I sang for them. I sang for the lines around the block of all the people that were willing to donate blood. I sang for a few different candlelight vigils, and one night I found myself in Greenwich Village. And I strapped on my guitar and I started to walk through the crowd. It was as if the Red Sea parted, and the next thing I knew I was in the center of that crowd singing songs like Hey Jude and Give Peace a Chance and Under the Boardwalk, songs to help us heal, come together. And a woman came up to me and she said, "Can I sing a traditional folk song?" She was from Bulgaria, so I handed her my guitar. And then this fella from Ukraine came up and he said, "Can I sing a song?" So I passed on my guitar to him. And then this fella from Venezuela came up and he voiced what we were all feeling. He said, "My heart is broken." But he couldn't speak English very well, so we found a young woman of color from the Bronx to translate that poem for him. And in that moment, I got to see what the world was really like. I got to see people of all nations and all nationalities, all colors and all creeds coming together to help us heal the world, help us heal New York. That is the world that I believe in. One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, yet we speak of it with every word we say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. We'll call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or Heaven's Door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. We'll remember once we close our eyes to see such distances were never meant to be. We'll call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or Heaven's Door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, the Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of love in you and me. One power, one power, one power is what we are. One power, one power, one power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for the love that's most deep. It's one power. Oh, oh. It's one power. What we are is one. all for being here, and thank you to John and Summer Raymer and Becky Suzik and Dot Maver and Fumi John. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being the light. And I look forward to seeing you in the years to come as we all manifest peace on earth. Yay, 2030 peace on earth. All right, we'll see you all again. God bless everyone. Take good care. Lots of love to you and peace.